So what we have studied up till now, we had 16 classes till now. This is, I think, 17th class we will be having, and just have a look of what we have done and how we will be proceeding further. So are you able to see this Word document, which is your course outcome, course plan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So up till here, we have studied all. Okay. So let me just give you a glimpses of what we have studied, and you will be able to appreciate that. It's working a little bit slow. Okay, so this is how it is. Just have a look of what we have studied till date. Okay, so this is what we have done, and in these also 2 quizzes are remaining, so that in order to cover certain topics for the quizzes, up till here we have done. Okay, up till here, these all things we have done before. So now we are going to start the directors today. Who are directors? How the directors? Because directors are the most important part of a company. Okay, so how they are appointed and how they actually do the work and all that we will be discussing today, right? So now I will be sharing with you the presentation, particularly regarding the directors. Okay, so I'm closing it down and will share with you. Working very slow actually. Shreya, you want to say something? Shreya, you want to say something?
Nothing, sir.
Sorry, you're not audible.
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Shreya, just talk to me after the class, okay?
Okay, sir.
If you do not have a back-to-back class.
Yes, sir.
It's working a little bit slow today. Are you able to see the presentation?
No, sir.
Not yet.
No, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I've planned the extra class on Friday, and that too in afternoon. So can you schedule it a bit early, like in 9 or 10?
No, it's not on Friday. It's on Thursday.
I think it's just a second.
It's not on Friday. Friday is 2nd of October, and nobody will be working on Friday. So accordingly, you should also have a chance to take some rest on this coming Friday itself. And there will be a lot of holidays in the coming month also. So, anyways, but it's scheduled on Thursday, not on Friday, for your information. Okay.
No, sir, you wrote Friday. You can check the chat. You wrote first and then you wrote Friday. So I just got confused.
Actually, I was also confused a bit. So it's on Thursday. Shreya, it's on Thursday on Friday?
Sir, it's Thursday, sir.
Fine. Okay, so it's on Thursday, not on Friday. I don't know why I'm not able to share my presentation. I'm leaving. Let me come back again. I think that will be better. It's not working properly. Okay, guys, I'm back again. So let us proceed further with the presentation. I hope it will work now. I hope you are able to see the slides now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let us just talk about directors. So who are the directors of a company? Please tell me. Anyone? Who are the directors?
So the owners of the company.
Yes. Who else?
The
Owners of the
directors are
company
the
are
actually
shareholders
the
also. And if
directors are the representatives who represent the shareholders. They are elected by shareholders.
okay, they are elected by shareholders, or what else? Anyone else? Anything else? Yeah. Anything else? Anyone else? Directors are the managers of the company. As we know, the company cannot work of its own. So it needs someone who can work on the behalf of the company. So directors are those people, those who actually work on the behalf of the company. They do they are actually called eyes, ears, hands, of the company itself. So it actually everything whatsoever is to be done from the point of view of company, the directors do that. Okay, so directors, so we will be studying who is the director, how many number of directors company have, what is the tenure, what is the type of directors. Okay, directors identification number, appointment of directors, the ways of appointment of directors, managing director. Okay, so conditions for appointing director and removal of the director. So who is a director? So a director may be defined as an individual who directs, controls, and manages the affairs of the company. So as the name suggests, directors, director will direct, it will control, and it will manage the affairs of the company. A director is a person who is appointed to perform the duties and the functions of a company in accordance with the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. So he is entrusted with certain duties. He is having certain functions which he has to perform, and all these duties are mandatory to be performed by him as per the Companies Act 2013. So directors of the company collectively are called as a board of directors. So what we call them collectively as a board of directors. So every company should have a minimum of directors. So 3 directors are necessary in a public company, 2 directors in a private company, 1 director, that is 1-person company, will be having 1 director, and if it is a women company, then 1 company and that to a woman, and 1 director in case of a resident, in case of a resident director is also required. So a company can appoint maximum 15. So how many number of directors can be appointed? Total 15 number of directors can be appointed. A company can appoint more than 15 directors, but it has to pass a special resolution in the meeting. So deadline to fulfill this requirement is 1 year according to the Companies Act 2013. So in simple way you can say. So what is the maximum tenure of a director? So maximum tenure of a director can be 5 years. So he can be appointed for a maximum period of 5 years, and then again he is eligible for reappointment by a special resolution by the company. Okay, and the disclosure of such appointment has to be there in the director's report. So residential director is a one who is, so you might have heard about the residential status of a person. So person is defined under the Income Tax Act, and the same thing is applicable over here also. A person will be called as a resident director only if he is able to be in the country for a period of 182 days. One type of director is also independent director. So as per section 149(6), an independent directors in relation to company means a director other than managing director, whole-time director, or nominee director. Means these directors, as the name suggests, independent director, they do not have any appointment in the company. They are outsiders who actually are appointed in order to see whether the company is going on well or not, or those who are the appointed directors of the company, are they performing well or not. So this is what is they have to appoint. So according to Rule 4 of the Company's Appointment and Qualification of Directors 2013, a company has to appoint a independent director. And what are the other things of independent director? That we will come. So next are the nominee directors. They are appointed by certain shareholders, third parties to the contract. For example, there is a bank who has lended the money to the company. Now, in order to see whether the money which has been lended by the bank is properly used for the purpose for which it has been taken by the company or not, there can be a condition of granting a loan to the company that 1 person from the bank will be acting as a nominee director on the board of that company who has taken the loan. Okay, and this again also helps in resolving the operation and mismanagement. So for prevention of operation and mismanagement, sometimes central government appoints a director on the board of the company in order to see that the company is properly managed and there is no operation going on. Next is de facto director. De facto director is a person who has not been validly appointed or who is disqualified, but who is effective, but actually he is de facto means by the fact he is actually not eligible, but for the time being he will be considered as a director because he has been appointed as such and the company has accepted the appointment. Okay. Next is alternate director. Alternate director is a person who are nominated by the directors to act in their absence. So they are alternate, as the name suggests, alternates. Alternate is something else in place of someone. So alternate director can only be appointed with the agreement of the majority of the shareholders. Next is directors' identification numbers. No, so a person, you know very well, a person cannot hold more than 15 to 20, more than 20 directorship at a time. So a person cannot be director of more than 20 companies. So in order to see whether a person is director of more than 20 companies or not, the government has given this director identification number, like we have Aadhaar card. So DIN is also there as a director's identification number. In the electronic system of today, we can identify whether a director is properly a director or not, or whether he is exceeding his things. So DIN essentially for appointment of directors, and application to the central government for DIN is to be filed, and director to inform to the company DIN to the company. So company has to, every director must inform the DIN to the company in writing, and it will be registered on the registrar of companies also. So company will inform the DIN to the registrar of companies, and one director can have only one DIN. Two DINs are not permissible. This is just like director's identification number, just like we have our UIDs. It is director's identification number. Next is your appointment of director. So in public or a private company, a total 2/3 of the directors are appointed by the shareholders. So majority of the directors are appointed by the shareholders. The rest of the 1/3 remaining members are appointed with regard to the guidelines as prescribed by the Articles of Association. So they are actually, you know, whatsoever are the rules and regulations which the company has formed, and accordingly these things will be having. Okay. So according to that only the company will be able to appoint the directors according to the rules which are given under the Articles of Association. Otherwise, how much is the proportion which shareholders elect? That is 2/3. So in case of a private company, their Articles of Association can prescribe the method to appoint any or all the directors. So in case of articles are silent, the company must be appointed by the directors must be appointed by the shareholders in case if the articles are silent about it. Because it is a democracy of the shareholders who actually want whomsoever they want them to be there, so they will be there. Okay, so the Companies Act also has a clause that permits a company to appoint 2/3 of the company's directors to be appointed according to the principle of the proportional representation. This happens if the company has adopted this policy. So 2/3 of the director has to be by the way of the shareholders. Okay, so that is the way one. So these are the ways of appointing a director. Way number one is the appointment of director by signature to the memorandum. So first most thing what they do is when the company is going to form, people are required to sign the memorandum of the association as a subscribers. So those who will be subscribing the memorandum of association at the time of the formation of the company, they will be called as a first directors of the company. So they will also, so this is also a way of becoming a director in a company, that you sign your the articles and the memorandum and the articles of association of the company at the time of formation of the company, and you will become the director. So way number two is appointment of directors by company in the general meeting. So section number 255 to 257 read with section 263 and 264 actually they actually are related to this. So section 255 provides that subsequent directors shall be, means the first directors are appointed under section 254 in clause 64 of table A, and the subsequent directors means those directors accept the appointment in the appointment of directors through the subscription to the memorandum are appointed by the shareholders in the general meeting. So section 255 provides that subsequent directors shall be appointed by the company in the general meeting. Okay, so in case of a public company or a private company which is a subsidiary of a public company, unless the articles provide for retirement of all the directors at an annual general meeting, the last 2/3 of the total number of directors shall be liable to retire by rotation and shall be appointed by the company in the general meeting. As I have already told you, the directors are actually appointed by the shareholders in the general meeting. So 2/3 of the directors, 2/3 of the total strength of the directors, they have to retire. So they will retire, and they are also eligible to be reappointed. So there will be election. So every year there will be election of directors of the 2/3 of the directors, and those who will win the election, they will remain in the board, or otherwise the remaining directors will be out of the board. So way number 3 is appointment of directors by the board of directors. So sometimes board of directors are also empowered to appoint the directors. So what type of directors board of directors can appoint? They can either appoint additional director, they can appoint casual director, and the alternate director. So additional director, as I have already told you, it is something which is in addition to what the company is having. So additional directors are those people, those who are having very high skill set. So they are appointed, they are wanted on the board, and for certain purposes they are appointed, and for certain period of time they are appointed. After the period is over, they may be actually told to leave the directorship. Casual director, the Companies Act empowers the board to appoint a casual director subject to regulation of these articles, the casual vacancy in the office of, suppose for example, any director dies or any director actually become insane or insolvent, so the person cannot be the director by the virtue of law. Okay, so at that time a person has to be a causal casual because it is related to casuality, that's why it is called casual director. So accordingly the person will be appointing and he will fill the vacancy as such. Next is your alternate director. So the board is also empowered to appoint alternate directors. If the original director remains absent for more than 3 months, then alternate arrangements can be done in order to appoint the director in place of the person who is the director, who is actually not coming to the company or not joining the office, or he is absent from last more than 3 meetings. Okay. Now, way number 4 is appointment of directors by the third party. So third parties like financial institutions, government, they can also appoint the directors. So appointment of directors or as a nominee, but the number of directors who are appointed should not exceed the 1/3 of the total number of directors that, and they are not liable to retire by rotation. So this is one very good clause which has come up, because these directors, those who are appointed as a director, will not be eligible to retire by rotation unless the loan is paid. Okay, so these are the directors which are appointed by the third parties. Who can appoint? Vendors can appoint, banking companies and finance corporations, or you can say debenture holders can also appoint their nominee as a director in the company. Way number 5 is appointment of directors by proportional representation. So directors are appointed individually either by show of the hands. So this is actually a way of appointing that they can raise their hands. Okay, so there may be a secret ballot system also if the company is big, and otherwise it can be they can actually get the appointment by show of hands that who actually agrees a person to just be a director of the company. Next is appointment of director by the central government, section 408, which actually deals with the operation and mismanagement. Under that also directors can be appointed by the central government, but such appointment will not be exceeding 3 years. So as per section, now next is your managing director. So any question about the appointment of directors till now? Any question you want to ask? Anyone? Saurabh Yadav?
No, sir.
Okay. Astha Khandelwal? Any question? Vatsal? Tushar Khandelwal? Fine. So as per section 254 of the Companies Act 2013, a managing director means a director who, by virtue of the articles of the company or an agreement with the company or a resolution passed in the general meeting or by this board of directors, is entrusted with substantial powers of the management of the affairs of the company, and includes the director occupying the position of managing director. So it can be either ways. So either a appointment letter has been given to some person to be a managing director, then he will be called a managing director, or otherwise if it is not so, then by the virtue of the meeting, or you can say by the virtue of the board of directors appointment, or by the special resolution passed, a person has been appointed as a managing director, then that person will be called as a managing director, but he is entrusted with a substantial power of the management of affairs of the company. So how this managing director is appointed? So a managing director must be an individual, that is a real person. A company cannot be a director and can be appointed for a maximum period of 5 years. So managing director, as per existing company, can be appointed as a managing director for any other company. So who is a director for existing director for a company can also be appointed for a managing director of another company, as long as the board of directors of the first company are aware and approve his new appointment. So a person can be managing director of more than one company, provided it is approved. He or she should not have a sentence to imprisonment. So these are the conditions, okay, for appointment of directors. So any type of directors, these are the conditions, okay, one has to take care of. So he or she should not have been sentenced to imprisonment for any period or for a fine imposed under the number of statutes. So in order to be a director, a person must be having a clear and fair image. A person cannot be appointed as a director who has ever gone to a jail. Okay, so they should not have been detained or convicted of a period under the Foreign Conservation Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smuggling Activities. So this is the Coffee-Posa Act. So Coffee-Posa Act 1974. Under that also he should not be convicted of any offences and should not be detained under this act by the government or by the police. So next is he or she should have completed the age of 25. Minimum age is 25, but maximum age is also given, that is 70 years. However, this age limit is not applicable if the appointment is approved by the special resolution. Then the age limit is also not a limit, because most of the companies, they have their old directors as such. They keep on doing the good work. So they are the directors, and they can be appointed as a managing director or the director if it is approved by a special resolution. Further, there should be a managerial person in one or more companies and draws an remuneration from one or more companies subject to the ceiling. So what remuneration the director will get, the complete detail of the remuneration is given under Schedule 13. Okay, Section 3 and Part 2 of Schedule 13, it is totally given. And the overall remuneration of the directors of the company cannot exceed 11%. That is also given. So he or she should be a resident of India, and resident includes a person who has been staying in India for continuously for a period not less than 12 months immediately preceding the date of his appointment. So he must be there in India for at least 12 months. Okay, so or appointment as managing director and who has come to stay in India for taking up the employment in India or carrying on the business. So this is something of, if a foreign person wants to just be a director, then he also can be director, but his intention over here is very, very clear that he has come to India for doing his business. So this is about directors. So removal of directors we will study tomorrow, and that's what actually is given in your course also, that removal we will be studying. Yeah. So tomorrow we will be finishing off with this directors, with the removal, and then further we will be going with the management and administration of the company as such. Okay. So let me take the attendance. Please keep on saying, I will keep on saying your names. You just please be here. Okay. Asta Khandelwal, Abhigyan Gupta, Aditya, Ankit, Anshul Goswami, Arpan Mishra, Ashutosh Maharshi, Ayush Bothra, Ishpreet Singh, Jamima, Kaushal Agarwal, Lakshya Larka, Meghna Dhuria, Naman Jalan, Naveen Chandlani, Navya Singh, Neha Singh Rathore, Priyam Milan Laskar, Priyanshi Sharma, Raghav Dubey, Sambhav Garg, Sanya Kamar, Sarvan Sinha, Saurav Yadav, Shahid Chauhan, Shara Khan, Shreya Dharan, तुषार खंडेलवाल, वत्सल रस्तोगी और हर्षवर्धन तिवारी. Okay, fine. So please revise whatever we have studied. Okay, that's why I am just uploading the recordings also on the YouTube. So please subscribe that channel. It is compulsory for everyone to subscribe it. Okay, so please subscribe that channel and keep on seeing those. I need your views over there on the videos which I am uploading. Otherwise, it is of no use at all. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye. Have a nice day.